shows. What I dislike the most though is that Tucker is 9 times out of 10 the butt of the joke.
Hey there,
No.
I didn't ask you yet.
But these are just real nigga experiences, though. I'm just saying, like, this is like a regular nigga experience, bro. Unless this nigga was doing this in high school, bro, you're not getting every goddamn girl in school, bro. Well, also, look at the nigga fit, bro. Look at, bro. He's wearing combat boots and long ass green jorts with a weird ass like fucking Kango hat, bro. Of course, he's not getting no hoes in high school, bro. When it comes to black representation in media or in anything that has to do with your outside of your household or whatever, I didn't realize until about even as recent as yesterday, right? Or this past week where I was like, dang, I actually never thought about it, but I actually did have moments where I was like, wow, I wish I was in this game or this movie or this role. Like, for example, in WWE 2009, I think it was, Bobby Lashley was my favorite person to play in WWE. He was never super prevalent after that in terms for me personally, but in that moment, play with my cousins, I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm this big strong black guy. Because one, he was overpowered. He was hella strong in that game, bro. In that fucking, you know what I'm saying? He was strong as hell in 09, right? I think. But like I felt like the big strong black guy. And I was watching a Young Don video the other day, about how I don't think the video was specifically about video games or the representation, but I think it was about how like weirdos in the world want only white straight male protagonists and everything, and they complain when it's not that, when it's even if it's a white woman, right? They want it to be them, you know what I'm saying? And they don't get how crucial it is to see yourself in your, not heroes, but like people that you have respect for, right? People that you are like inspired by, just people that you deem greater than yourself, right? That's why Bobby Lashley is such a, there's so many examples that I actually have that I never actually thought about until watching that video, where I'm like, wow, this, not that it could be me, but it's like, wow, I can put myself in a more immersive, whatever, in this universe. But today's video, we have Antonio Speaks. This is my first time reacting to his videos. I've seen his videos before when it comes to Young Don's channel, but I never actually watched his videos myself. So this is the first time I'm reacting to his. So today we got black representation in TV shows. So let's get into that.
Black representation in TV shows. Let's talk about it. So for context, I was born in 2001. I grew up watching a variety of cartoons, sitcoms, and whatever the big three had to offer at the time. When I was younger, I never really paid attention.
First of all, I'm already pausing 10 seconds in the video, right? But Disney XD, y'all stay sleeping on that shit, bro. It's a good ass, it was a good network. I'm saying, I'm already getting to the soundboard, I'm already getting to the trolling, but it's like, nigga, that shit was nice. Disney XD, yeah, it might have been okay, top 5. But let's not pretend that it wasn't up there, bro. It, in terms of pound for pound quality of entertainment, it's up there, bro. You know that it's up there. So let's not count that shit out, bro.
These films in a deep
Better than Disney? It depends.
wait, I just consumed it. But whenever I did see a black character, man, it made me happy. I say this all the time, but representation matters. These little instances of seeing people that look like you or not will affect you on a psychological level. That is why in 2026 is so infuriating, because even the thought of a black lead will have everybody mad. Today we're gonna be looking back on some of my favorite childhood shows and just point out how, black people are depicted in these shows. The reason I'm even doing this video is because on TikTok lately, there has been a trend of people doing videos mocking the stereotypical black character.
Case girl, what's wrong? You look like somebody just ate the leg.
See, I don't know if he's gonna say it yet, but I've seen a lot of people like react to this girl in terms of like little clips like these, right? But it's like these are like very obviously like satire. You know what I'm saying? There is like a couple in the beginning of her being like going around and shit in like streaming spaces, content creation spaces, where people thought she was actually cringe. But it's like, I feel like there's like some epidemic of people not being able to detect satirical content. It's really strange. I don't know what it is, bro.
That's rib at the cookout.
Cookout? What does that mean?
Oh, girl, just be grateful you ain't got 12 little brothers and sisters, because, woo, being stuck in the cycle of poverty is a trip. It's trifling.
Well, Sarah has been bullying me.
Oh, girl, what? Let me just nip this in the bud right quick, because ain't nobody gonna be bullying my beautiful, light-skinned, main character best friend. Okay, girl.
All I think about now is the stupid chemistry test. I mean, I can't eat. You can't eat. Girl, it's worse than I thought. By the way, Case, I think we should study together this weekend. Thanks, Reginiqua. You're the best.
Why are they always Southern, bro? Like, and it's like, bro, they'll be in goddamn Montana and they'll have a fucking a country ass, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I get you have to, like, I know TV and shows are dramatized and shit, but why does she sound like she's from Sinners? You're in Montana. Not this one specifically, not like most shows, but like Good Luck Charlie, bro. She was not in goddamn Alabama. She was not in Georgia. She was probably in, like, I don't know, fucking somewhere on the West Coast in the northern part of the world, bro. The country. You know what I'm saying? Why is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but damn.
Perfect. You can do the work and I'll hang out with your fine brother Jake.
Now, I want to go ahead and make this disclaimer now. If you are one of those people that use the "it's not that deep, bro," go ahead and click off my video. All right, bro.
I don't know, because I wouldn't say the old me. Younger me would have been like, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't have cared as much. I don't care as much now. I am aware of it, and I am proud to have had the experience of feeling represented in things that I like to consume, whether it's shows, games, or media, right? But I also feel like there is a level to things that are not that deep. You know what I'm saying? But in this context, it is deep enough, I should say. So let's get into that.
So we woke over here, the real woke. No more talking, man. Let's get into it. I highly recommend the act of rewatching media. Nostalgia plays a huge role in why we love things, and this can skew the validity of whether it was good or not. It makes sense because when you were younger, you were happier. So a lot of times people associate these happy times with whatever they were consuming at this time. TV shows, cartoons, and it's just considered
Old niggas in basketball, bro. I had a TikTok literally yesterday, right? Talking about how old niggas think AI better than Harden, bro. Oh.
automatically good. Now, it's also great to rewatch media because you can get a different perspective. The way you digest a show at 8 years old versus your adulthood will contrast. When I was younger, I loved the show Everybody Hates Chris. But whenever I saw...
Bro, I know I'm pausing again. 5th time in a row. I'm already pausing, not even 2 minutes into the video. 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the video, right? But I have not seen so many, like, cult classics, bro. You know what I'm saying? I watched, I didn't like non-cartoon cartoons, bro. Or shows, I should say. I didn't watch Everybody Hates Chris, bro. I watched a few episodes of it, but I hated it. Because it's like, bro, this shit is boring. Like, niggas don't know powers and this shit, bro. Niggas just regular ass niggas. And then, I didn't watch Proud Family either. Surprise, surprise. I watch every goddamn show in the world. So, I know niggas gonna hate on my shit, you know what I'm saying, for me not watching certain things. But damn, nigga, I can't just watch cartoons like a regular ass, you know.
Oh, Julius, like, he irked me. I was like, bro, why are you being this cheap?
That's $2.89 worth of food.
Fast forward to 2026, I'm a father of my own, living in this economy. I understand you, big bro. Now let's talk about some tropes. We're gonna start off with the best black friend trope. This is also referred to as the token black friend, and in my opinion, I call it the here nigga damn type of character. This individual is only added into the show to say that there is diversity. They are usually one of the few black characters on the show, but they have no type of agency, they lack depth, and rarely has a plot centered around them. An example of this that I remember growing up is Tucker from Danny Phantom. Absolutely loved this show growing up. I think it gotta be in my top. It's in my top 10 cartoons of all time. Just looking back, I never noticed this trope. I was really just happy to see a black character. But as I was rewatching it, you can most definitely see how he fits it. You see, Tucker is one of Danny's best friends. He's real tech savvy, great with hacking. He does all the back end work for Danny Phantom, you know, like setting up gadgets, things of that nature. And it's always helping Danny achieve his goals. What I dislike the most though is that Tucker is 9 times out of 10 the butt of the joke.
Hey there,
No.
I didn't ask you yet.
But these are just real nigga experiences, though. I know he's like, this is the whole, it's not that deep thing that he was talking about, but this part, I'm not even, you know, trolling this shit. I'm just saying, like, this is like a regular nigga experience, bro. Unless this nigga was doing this in high school, bro, you're not getting every goddamn girl in school, bro. This is the average nigga experience. Well, also, look at the nigga fit, bro. Look at, bro. He's wearing combat boots and long ass green jorts with a weird ass, like, fucking Kango hat, bro. Of course he's not getting no hoes in high school, bro.
And not to be that guy, but they got this man around here chasing white women the entire show. Now, as far as plots goes, they do give him a few. There's an episode where he gets possessed and turns evil, and then another one when he's like jealous of Danny Phantom's powers. They fall flat to me because they don't really lead anywhere. It's like after that show, it's like, okay, just back to normal. As far as his art goes, I think it could have went a little better. By the end of the show, he basically realizes that he's the sidekick. Like, he just stand in his place, and Danny Phantom, the white man, is his show. Maybe I'm
That nigga was Mexican, bro. White. I know. I was like, first of all, I know that nigga was, had the green eyes and shit, nigga had the blue eyes, but it's like, that nigga was not goddamn white, bro. That nigga was Mexican as hell, bro. Come on, man.
tripping, okay? If you watch the show, let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, this example, you don't even gotta debate it. Tebow from iCarly, he fits this trope perfectly. He isn't specifically anyone's best friend. He's more of like friends with everybody in the group. The main cast of iCarly has no black people, okay? And Tebow is just
whoa, goddamn, Nathan Drake, whatever
like
nigga name is.
friends with everybody in the group. The main
goddamn, swole ass nigga, bro. Look at that. Goddamn, man.
cast of iCarly has no black people, okay? And Tebow is just one of the 2 recurring black characters on the entire show. It's him and then Principal Franklin. Despite being in 25 of the 97 episodes, there is no depth to Tebow at all. All we know about him is that his real name is Terrence. He's the manager or owner of the Groovy Smoothie. Like, we never get a definite answer. And I want to say he's Jamaican. I think they hinted at it, but didn't necessarily say it. But just because he's a black man with dreads don't mean he's Jamaican. So I don't, we still don't know that. But in short, we know so little about him because he is strictly used for comedic relief. He's loud, funny, over exaggerated, and he got this gimmick of like putting different foods on a stick. Nigga, how the hell you do that? He's a very loved character.
Bro, I was thinking about this shit the other day. I mean, I saw Tebow. I don't know his real name. Like he's a TikTok right after he exposed Dan Schneider and shit like that. But I saw him. I was thinking, bro, how did this nigga used to put tacos on a goddamn wooden stick, bro? How do you make a taco shish kebab, bro?
So it's just disappointing that we couldn't get more from him. Maybe learn a little bit about his backstory, how he got into the smoothie business, etc. Right? They did my boy dirty, man, and this is a common theme that you will see in Dan Schneider films. The next trope we have is the sassy black woman. In my opinion, this is the most common trope, and we see it all the time.
The Willie T. Ribs racer cheerleaders are about perfection. Hard work, sweat, tears.
This is where black women is written as loud, having a lot of attitude, overprotective of their main white lead, and in the name, sassy. They also love doing that hand on the hip, finger wag, neck roll thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. A great example of this trope that I remember is Ivy from Good Luck Charlie. You could also debate that.
God damn, nappy ass nigga. Look at this shit,
A great example of this trope that I remember is Ivy from
God damn. Look at this nigga goddamn hair. They didn't give this nigga a comb, a brush, a wave cap, nothing, bruh. This nigga genuinely looks like he hasn't had a brush since he was 4 years old, bruh. Like, are we serious? And Ivy I always felt Ivy heavy, bruh. Not like, no pun intended, right? But like, I used to, like, she was cool. She was cool people.
Good Luck Charlie. You could also debate that she fits the best black friend trope as well. Now, in the show, it's starring Teddy, and Teddy has a best friend named Ivy. She's extremely loyal, always gives great advice, and will do pretty much anything to ensure that Teddy achieves her goals. Once again, she is one of the few black characters on the cast, so you see the common theme here. And let me know if I'm tripping. If y'all ever watched the show, has there ever been a time where Teddy is at Ivy's house, around her family? I don't think so. I may be going deep here, but like, did they do that on purpose? In my opinion, it perpetrates like the stereotype that black people, they don't come from stable homes, it's toxic, it's no father.
Me personally, I wouldn't want niggas in my house either, bro. I'm saying, I'm going to your house, nigga. I'm saying, so I can leave whenever I want to leave, but I can't, so I don't have to tell you to leave. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's obviously personal. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want a nigga in my room.
House. And that's not the case for all of us. Who's to say that a white kid from Nebraska watching this show is basically thinking what I just said?
I don't think Nebraska is real. I don't think any actually, let me rephrase that, right? It's okay, right? Nebraska, at church one time, there was just one girl in my Sunday school, bro. She was bad as hell. So I'm gonna give Nebraska the benefit of the doubt right there, right? It might be real. Montana, on the other hand, hell no. I'm not gonna give Montana any kind of credit. Dakota, North, South Dakota, Idaho, Iowa, Wisconsin, we might add it to the goddamn list of relevancy. We might not, cause yeah, Nebraska's only getting any kind of fucking recognition because that one girl in Sunday school is hella bad, bro. So yeah, y'all, yeah.
Head of why they not at Ivy house. Like, it would have been cool to have a few scenes where they in Ivy's bedroom. You know, she's always just coming to Teddy house. Despite all this, man, Ivy was a very loved character. Like, if you go online, TikTok, YouTube, people have multiple compilations of them just being together, and a lot of people say that they are the best friend duo on Disney Channel ever. I just feel like with her being one of the few black characters on the cast, black women at that, they could have drawn her a little better, made her less stereotypical. You know, I'm so tired of seeing the same archetype of women, bro. Like, can we get like a girly girl, a goth black girl? Like, you know, mix it up, bro. We want something different. Another example I remember very early on is Lashana from
I don't know, cause I used to dislike her because of how, like, it's weird, cause like maybe that was their whole plot they had back in the day, right? To make the character so unbelievably stereotypical that you had no choice but to hate them as the person that they're representing. I might have just spent a whole lot of nothing right there, right? But it's like, bro, she was so stereotypical that I didn't like. I couldn't stand, not that much, not for a very long. So a little kid at the end of the day, bro. I'm not gonna care that much. I'm 8 years old, 9 years old, right? But it's like, bro, she was so like typical black woman, bro. It was like really like, bro, really, why are we doing this, bro? She just gotta do all that. She gotta look like that. You gotta make her look like that, bro. Everybody else was like, you know what I'm saying, slim, but you gave her the BBL of doom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I'm saying black women, or I was about to say we, bro. Hold on. I'm about to say we. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, black people, we are more endowed in other regions. But you gave her a whole goddamn 14-pack of BBL meat, bro. Like, damn, bro.
Total Drama Island. Man, I was rewatching back this show, and I was like, how did my parents let me watch this? It's so many inside, like, dirty jokes, bro. Even on the surface, it's funny as hell. Now, Lashana is one of the only black characters on the cast, and I ain't gonna lie, man, Lashana always been a baddie to me. But off the rip on the show, man, she comes out with her sassiness.
You're jumping.
Make me.
Having her be that fun is crazy, bro.
She's loud, very outspoken, and take no type of shit from nobody. Now, aside from the sassiness, she doesn't really fit everything associated with this trope. For example, most black women that fit this are never seen as vulnerable. They're always just strong. Lashana does have moments when she's being soft. You know, she's expressing that she maybe have been wrong in this situation, shouldn't have came off this way. So you see that in the show. They even give her a love interest. And what you'll notice with this trope is that most of the time they try to make the character less desirable to a societal standard. So they'll make them darker, you know, heavier. And when they do this, the characters never have a love interest. So it was different here. But I don't know how Dr. Umar, you know, gonna feel about this interracial couple right here. Now, a character that fits all the boxes and isn't up for debate that fits this trope is Andre's grandmother from Victorious.
God damn, this woman, bro. Hot damn.
This is another Dan Schneider show, and like I said, you will see the pattern when he writes black characters. She's loud, aggressive, and her role is very similar to Tebow, like, you know, pop in, say something funny, and get up out of here. I know it's just jokes and all, but as one of the only black women on the cast, this is how y'all portray her. And just even bringing back up Lashana, you could kind of see how stuff balances out with her, but with Andre's grandmother, it's just straight up character. Now, this trope even represents little girls, you know, little black girls in shows. A recent example of this is Erica Sinclair.
Wait, is she in Derry?
She's sassy, real snappy with those replies, no type of fear at all, and will stand on business. The thing that balances her out, though, is that, you know, she is a nerd and she is very smart. They let you know that in the show. But I never see that vulnerability with her. She's never, like, soft. They don't give her enough screen time to even show that. And just to give Stranger Things a little bit of grace, it could even be her just being bratty. You know, because she mainly like standing up to adults, telling you, I ain't no little kid. Like, that's kind of the vibe I get. Let me know how y'all feel about that. And lastly, this trope doesn't just stand for black women. It stands for animals voiced by black women.
You better stop poisoning my baby's head. Just what do you think you're doing?
You got rid of the only man.
The cow from, oh my God, bruh. I used to be so...
standing between us and a sesame seed bun so we can celebrate the day you came into the world.
Hey man, this show can go in very deep, and I highly suggest y'all check out this video right here. This brother broke it down perfectly, and it's a solid video, man. Now let's talk about solutions, because there are many. For one, hire more black people on your cast. That'll nip all of this in the butt. I don't feel like these writers do this on purpose. I think they just see examples because it shows so much, so they just end up thinking that it's true. I say this all the time, man, but most white folks don't really have interactions with us. The way they perceive us is the way they see us on TV, social media, etc. So they model it after these things. And let's say you do want to have in a sassy black woman character or a black best friend trope right here. You can balance it out by adding other black characters that don't fit those tropes. You can have a sassy black woman, but also add in a gothy girl. Sprinkle in a girly girl over here. You know what I'm saying? You can mix it up. And if your character is one of the only black people, give them depth as well. Let them be able to stand on their own.
The thing is though, like, I mean, he's making a really good point. You know what I'm saying? He's not even wrong. I'm just asking, right? Do they have to, like, do the other characters, like, this is a genuine question, right? Do the other characters, other side characters specifically, right? Do they also not get depth? Because if so, then I personally don't care. But if they are, then obviously I want that to be equal. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I want that to be an equal balance of depth. Because if the other character, like, bro, in Danny Phantom, right? Not even Danny Phantom. What's it called? Fairly Odd Parents, right? AJ, you know what I'm saying? He's a smart ass nigga, but he's bald at 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga bald at 8 years old, my nigga. But he has some depth, I guess. But it's like Chester, he has depth. So I can see how the I don't know, because Victorious Andre has depth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of characters have depth. Ivy doesn't have much depth, but does she have to? I'm saying, do the other characters in Good Luck Charlie have that much depth? Do the other characters in what's it called, Total Drama Island have that much depth? You know what I'm saying? Like it's good to say, good to be aware of that stuff. But I feel like if it's only about the black character, then yeah, fix that. But if none of the other side characters have depth, then I feel like nothing really to complain about.
Have them have a plot every now and then, you know? That's just all we asking for. But that's it for this video though, man. I hope y'all enjoy. I want to start doing more TV analysis, more movie analysis. Listen, I know a lot of y'all been asking me to do a video on who cloned Tyrone, and it's gonna depend on how this video right here do. Or let me know in the comments if y'all really want to see it. But look, no more talking, man. I appreciate all the love, all the support. If y'all want to see something similar to this, go check out The Truth About Black Nerds.
All right, y'all. So that was Antonio Speaks, you know, per usual. I'm not subscribed to him. I'm gonna do it now for PR. Come on, bro. But yeah, I felt with the video. I felt with Antonio. I never watched a video from him specifically directly, unless it was a reaction. But he does make good ass content, obviously. Nigga blown up and shit. But yeah. So representation is always gonna be important. But you have to. I feel like in the world today, I think as humans in general, we are just so innately selfish that we don't actually consider things until it's actually affects us, right? Because I already understood the dynamic, the nuances of representation for women, you know what I'm saying? For specific identities, right? But not until I actually personalize it to myself that I actually even really start taking it in. Because like I've experienced it my whole life. Let me put myself in full screen actually to get a little bit personal. But I actually, you know what I'm saying, never actually thought about how I actually did experience that myself. I knew I had, but I never actually felt it. It never actually came to fruition within me to be like, wow, I actually did care about representation. I actually did care about being seen in this way in media. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Lashley, he wasn't the biggest superstar ever, but when he was there and I was playing as him in WWE as a 7 or 8 year old, right? I was like, damn, I could be this big, strong black guy at 7 years old, right? But yeah, shout out Antonio, man. Shout out black people. Shout out everything, except for the weird people in the world, the bigots. You know what I'm saying? Hate bigotry, all that.